Well, years ago, I had a boss. His name was Jack Smith, and a real character. I met him in the Cape Verde Islands, and everywhere he would go, he would evangelize people. And he admitted to me years later, Kurt, I tried to evangelize you not just to make sure you were a Christian, but I wanted you to marry my daughter. Now, obviously, that was before I met my wife, Melanie. But anyway, he's a character, and years ago he was in Panama at a very kind of high-class party, and all the major drug dealers were in this party, but Jack is very comfortable in that environment. And sure enough, one of the top Panamanian drug dealers comes up to him, and then thinking that he was some, high-class pharmaceutical executive, and asked him, about what he does. And Jack said, I got something for you. In fact, if you meet me tomorrow morning at 12 o'clock in the Holiday Inn in my room, I have something for you. So anyway, this guy, I think his name was Carly, said, you know what? He's an American executive. He probably has some new drug that has no side effects, and I'm interested. I want to make money. So off he went, the following morning to the Holiday Inn, and there was Jack sitting with his Bible open. And that's the last thing this guy expected. But Jack led him into a joyous relationship with God, so much so that, just like the scales fell off him, and he found this incredible joy. And he went on to become like a Billy Graham of his country. And I think we have to redefine ourselves as Christians. The Apostle Paul, really interesting, he said, I would love to die. I would love to leave this world, but I'm here with you guys, and I will continue with all of you, for your progress and your joy in the faith. And we're not drug dealers, but I think we're dealers in progress and dealers in joy. And sometimes we have to check our joy supply. And it's so interesting. I think for Jesus, joy in the believer is so important. And he says this, I'm coming to you now, but I say these things while I'm still in the world, so that they may have the full measure of my joy in them. And what would it be like to experience the full measure of his joy? In fact, George Mueller, who was in charge of about 10,000 orphans, he said, for the last 35 years, I've only had one bad day. And that was the day I did not find my joy in God. And before he brushed his teeth, before he did anything, George Mueller would find his joy in God, no matter how long it took, and then he would start his day. So I would like to encourage you just to take time and find your joy in God. Become a dealer in joy, a dealer, it's amazing. The Apostle Paul said to Galatians, what's happened to all your joy? And so many of us, we have to repent and say, God, I've lost my joy. And there's this wonderful psalm. It says, you will show me the path of life. In your presence is fullness of joy. At your right hand are pleasures forevermore. Spend time with God, who is the ultimate dealer in joy, and become a dealer in joy yourself.